Baby, you might want to turn the light. Hello?
Whoa, hey.
Yo, I turned that shit off.
Hey.
Yo, what the fuck? What did they say? They said a bad word.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sip More Tea. So let's talk about this live video of these two assholes giggling, vibing, thinking they cute when the phone rings and a random caller, and I'm using the term loosely because who gets random calls to their personal phone while on live? What? DoorDash calling to confirm your racial bias? So this mystery caller just so happens to know Lewis's number and just so happens to drop Alandria's name and the N-word with a hard R. With this type of precision, was it somebody who just stumbled into that moment? Or did they slide into it like they rehearsed it? But instead of shutting it down, instead of righteous indignation, we got giggles from these two assholes, like I said, two assholes. But let me be totally honest, it's not clear if they're live. During their live, they asked for people to call into the show, or this is someone that both of them know that was being stupid on purpose. But regardless, the reaction is quite alarming. Honestly, I think Huda is a hater, and she hates Alandria because Alandria's getting all the shine, and she's supposed to be getting all that shine because she's the so-called exotical that should get all the accolades and everything that comes with the shine that Alandria is getting instead of her. And it's clear Huda is one punch in the face away from being ugly again. And we definitely can see she went to the chop shop to look the way she does, which ain't all that, to be honest. Anyways, back to this hood booger and her biracial boyfriend, Mr. Netflix reality regular, because they done stepped into some anti-blackness mess and tried to wipe it off on the carpet like we wouldn't smell it. So Lewis hit us with that I didn't hear it, bro, fake confusion like his ears only activate for clout deals. Baby, selective hearing ain't a defense, it's a diagnosis. We know exactly how they talk behind the scenes. If they react like this when the camera is rolling, what are they really talking about behind the scenes? Now let's talk about Huda's responses, which I call diet accountability. She hopped online with the Pinterest crafted PR sentence energy. Sorry if you were offended. It was awkward. Girl, it wasn't awkward. Awkward is waving at someone who wasn't waving at you. This was racism weaponized for laughs. Then after the internet baptized her ass in accountability water and rumors swirled that Gymshark said, pack your ring light and go, she rolled out the deluxe apology and NAACP donation like, I'm now enlightened. Yeah, a donation is cute, but character is currency and yours decline, bitch. Now, calling Mr. Lewis back to the front, Mr. Biracial, you said online you've experienced racism your whole life. But the moment racism walked through your front door, you poured it like tea and let it sit on your couch. You claim blackness after the backlash and not before the harm was done. That's not heritage. That's public relations. And let's not pretend about it. Let's be clear. This man does not consider himself black at all. But he got a Netflix fan base to protect. Perfect match and too hot to handle. And you better hope Netflix doesn't give you that silent remove from the future season treatment. Because I'm not trying to cancel my Netflix subscription, but if I gotta choose between y'all and Bridgerton, baby, you gonna lose. That Netflix subscription will be canceled.
Cost.
Sorry guys, he has a speech impediment.
Coast to coast.
And you got bad breath.
No, I don't. That's
yeah, you do. Your ting stinks.
Fuck, I don't.
The reason I got no hair up my nose, the reason there's no hair up my nose is because she talks me face on every day. It sizzles the hair in my nose because your breath is that bad.
That's a fat ass lie.
It's not.
Yes, it is. I brush my teeth more than you do.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
I came in here.
His breath
That's why I was letting you do my job. I came in here to ask y'all for something. If you needed something, you needed something.
I'm okay.
I'm sure.
Do you need it?
Thank you. No, I'm good.
All right. Just making sure. Now I'm going to slide up out of here.
Probably some mouthwash.
Get yourself some mouthwash.
Now, let's analyze this relationship between Mr. Speech Impediment and Stank Breath. I think this This separation or breakup between these two will be diabolical. But anyway, you see how Mr. Lewis clowned Huda on live about her breath when she just had a root canal or wisdom tooth supposedly pulled or whatever. But anyway, I'm sure the breath was stinking and very hot Cheeto-y before whichever procedure was done. Anyway, the way he treated her is given I'm here for clout and crumbs, but not to respect a woman I'm in a relationship with. Because the shade he threw at her is the same shade he let fly at Alandria. And the energy don't lie. And the relationship is not relationshiping. These two people they look like two people who don't ever trust each other, but do trust the algorithm. Now let's pivot to our queen, Alandria, which she's a study in grace under violence. Yeah, so let's talk about the real jewel, Alandria. A woman who minds her business, spreads light, stays classy, doesn't drag castmates, doesn't chase clout, and yet the universe and insecure folks stay testing her. She responded with poise, dignity, composure, because Black women always get forced into the Grace Olympics when violence gets aimed at us. Yes, racism is violence. So they want us dignified while disrespected, composed while dehumanized, silent in our suffering to make them comfortable. We saw it when Trayvon Martin's hoodie was analyzed more than his humanity. We saw it when Black men and women were lynched in their Sunday best because even dignity wasn't protection. And still today, they tell us, don't react, be classy, be calm. When really they mean, be small, make me comfortable or we will label you as a bully. But Alandria didn't shrink, she didn't crack, she stood. And baby, that's power. And to add insult to injury, Alandria is dealing with a stalker too. As if this racism circus wasn't enough, Alandria is still dealing with the alleged stalker situation with Sierra Ortega. Remember when she popped up where she wasn't supposed to pop up at as a +1? I mean, yeah, in my last video, I came to the conclusion that maybe she shouldn't be labeled as a stalker, but hey, I'm having second thoughts about that. Excuse me, alleged stalker. But anyway, life already throwing side quests at Alandria and now this. So somebody got to pay some restitution and karma installments ASAP. Come on, we can't have a discussion without talking about the fan base. Now let's talk about Huda's fan base reaction to her defense, which was embarrassing. It was given adults with baby teeth. It was given cognitive training wheels. It was given my frontal lobe is still installing, please wait buffering. It was given preheat setting intelligence. It was given Chromebook level critical thinking. It's given y'all overreacting. No, baby, you're underdeveloping. Grow your brain before you grow your opinions. And because I tend to peep things every now and then on these social media streets, let's talk about the I Pick Clark crowd. Because the same energy in the prank call is the same MAGA crowd that giggled through I Pick Clark. Not because they support Taylor and Clark, but because they thought it was a dig at Alandria's existence. I'm sure they all own red caps. And Taylor, that's not solidarity. That's spite disguised as fandom. The same demographic, same dusty attitude, same weak Wi-Fi frequency. So take note. And let's talk about Chelley and Taylor's selective solidarity section. Chelley made a statement, right? She typed Alandria's name, but didn't add her. I think she posted in her stories. And stories, they don't last very long. I think it's 24 hours and then it's forgotten. Why not post actual post that lasts the test of time? Shit, this is the least you could do. But anyway, she's a soul sister, right? Where? Alandria called you that, and you never said it back. And when Ace sat on Speedy Mormon's couch implying Alandria and Nick's relationship was fake, you said nothing. And you could have simply said, Ace is my man, but I don't condone that. I support Alandria. But silence is loud. And timing is even louder. Then Taylor jumps online a day later or a few hours later, I'm not sure. He jumps online and making a post about black love and saying black love is beautiful. Sir, black love ain't matching outfits and aesthetic romance captions. Black love is loving the black community, standing with all black women in all shades, and not just dating them, you know? Poor timing and poor understanding is a thing with him. But God bless his scalp and bless his brain. Both need growth oil. And so let's swing back to Huda's behavior and what seems to be a pattern. She's moving like Taylor Swift and Camila Cabello with the spray tan and PR Bible. And her homegirl, Huda Katan, and funny how she gave her a brand collab. And if you missed it, watch my other video. They have something in common. The YouTube algorithm tried to suppress it, but the truth don't expire. It's a pattern. Ambiguous proximity to black culture is allergic to black accountability. So yeah, swing back and watch that video. And so not to dwell on this HudaMustafa and Louis Russell thing. This video is just to say, we see you, ma'am, sir, we see you. And seeing clearly is a blessing and a weapon. This wasn't a mistake. It was a mirror. And to Alandria, you remain that girl, elegant, dignified, unbothered at a level they can't reach. They tried to pull you down, but baby, you don't live at the bottom of the barrel like they do. And we don't crash out. We collect receipts and redistribute clarity. So we are just shy of 300 subscribers right now, and I'm trying to push this community to 500 strong. Every click, every comment, every share feeds the algorithm gods. And so Huda and Louis catch this last fade by Mr. Lamar. Until next time, guys. Bye.
See, I can do like y'all doing and talk about Huda and Olandria and her goddamn fake ass light skinned Skepta boyfriend, tea and crumpets eating ass boyfriend. But y'all are doing a fantastic job at dragging them. Like, if it's not on Instagram, it's on TikTok. If it's not on TikTok, it's on Twitter. Y'all are just doing God's work. I don't gotta say nothing. But what I will say is, if you go back to my old videos when I was doing reviews on Love Island, I've been told y'all from the beginning, and I blame the American people. You guys backed up Huda. She's a terrible person, terrible soul. The bitch does not take self-accountability. She doesn't hold herself accountable. She is a liar. She's manipulative. She plays victim, and I blame black men. The reason why I blame black men is you can tell that Huda be around a lot of black men who deem her as exotic, when in fact being black is exotic. Let's start there. Huda be around a lot of black men who deemed her in the same category as like the Kardashians. So she think that she's bigger than the program. So when she came on Love Island, she didn't see Chelley or Alandria as a threat because they were dark-skinned black women. That's why she was crashing out that nobody was seeing it for her, even though she got her whole face and whole body done like a black woman. She couldn't take that because in the real world, she thought, in the real world, black men die over me. Why I go in here and the black men and the men don't want me? Yeah, bitch, reality check. And Alandria didn't have to fuck for anybody to like her either. Let's start there. The fact that this Brenda got a baby ass bitch always been a racist and hide around racism, and she's a woman of color, a Palestinian woman at that, it's just very, very weird. Very weird, very disgusting. I never liked her. I'm glad that she deserves every lashing, every dragging, every endorsement deal taken away from her, because she's been doing this ever since the reunion and hiding behind racism and then throwing stones and hiding her hands. Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know what's going on. And I don't, you know exactly what you're doing. You don't care to do it because it's not you that's going through it. And you don't care because it's black women being your scapegoat. But now, one thing about them tables, one thing about God, he's always going, he always going to do what he going to do. Karma's a bad bitch. She's always going to come around and hand it to you. And what's making it even more disgusting is that Huda has a mixed child. I don't know if she identifies her child as black, but I'm pretty sure the father is black or mixed. You have a mixed child. So not calling out racism, and you're not only a woman of color, but having a mixed child, bitch, donate your brain to science. And then Louise, you fake ass Craig Mack, please go back to where the fuck you came from. We don't like you. To get on there and say, me as a black man, who you really are a mixed man. You may not be racist, but you are a colorist. Because a real black man would have been like, hold on. When that kid or whoever it was that said that hard R about Alandria, you would have checked it. That ain't funny. Nah, I don't play that because I'm a black man. That should have been the first thing come out of your black ass mouth. But you didn't do that. So what that tells me, you're a colorist. Yeah. Fuck you too. And let's talk about the rest of the Love Island cast as a whole. Fuck the whole cast, to be honest. Not all, but majority of them. They can't fathom, and I've been saying this for a long time, they cannot fathom that Olandria, who is a dark-skinned woman, who all of them was like, she's pretty, but I don't see her as competition. None of them did not see her as competition. None of them did not think that Olandria was going to be bigger than what she is, because Olandria is bigger than the program. She's exactly who the fuck she thinks she is. And they cannot fathom that after the villa, that this dark-skinned woman became the fan favorite and everybody fuck with her. Even down to Ace and Chelley, hating asses. All of them are all hating asses. It's weird and it's disgusting how all of them are all teaming up and throwing little daggers and saying little shit and doing little shit, all for this one little dark-skinned girl that they didn't see as competition. Now, because she's the fan favorite, now she's the one that's getting the endorsement deals. Now she's the one who everybody is talking about, want to be by, know her, do this, do that. Now, all of a sudden, y'all got this hate for her. I know you're kind. Yeah. Fuck all y'all. The whole season 7 was basura. Trash. Ass juice. And I love Island 2 as a whole for being silent and not speaking up about racism, because they could have nipped this in the bud a long time ago. And that shows me that they don't really be looking into people when they be casting them. They just cast them because they deem them as, they just cast them and because they deem them fine or attractive, so they put them on Love Island. They don't really go and do this research on their social medias or really get to know them. They just put them on there, That shows everything about Peacock. Fuck them too, because they could have been nipped this in the bud when it was right when Huda had her fans saying nasty shit about Chelley and Alandria. It could have been nipped in the bud, but Peacock didn't say anything. Love Island didn't say nothing. Producers didn't say anything. So yeah, fuck them as a whole. I just hope that now that Alandria is getting all this hate, what that tells me is that God is about to skyrocket her. And all them that's hating on her, they just gonna have to watch. Cause what? Karma's a bitch. Karma's dragging Taylor by his 2.5 dreads. And what more can we want? My girl is winning. Fuck them.